Hey everybody, very good morning. This is pre-market outlook for the date of 15th April 2026. After one day of holiday due to Ambedkar Jayanti, the markets have been resuming with a positive note. Yes, based on the previous session, the expiry day for Nifty, it was of course a gap down with range-bound actions witnessed with a sharp recovery too. That recovery helped the indices to maintain its resilience that has been witnessed in the previous week and that is still acting as a core point and which is only deciding the current behavior about the market's trend. Based on that resilience or intact conviction the Nifty or Sensex having now. Today's market, which already got directional way of moving up with almost over 300%, 300 points of gap up, tracking with the positivity or optimism surrounded across global indices, mainly because of the positivity also expected on the talks between two regions to end the war. That was the important thing have been expected and it is now being cooking on the geopolitical cards. That's the way the markets are now expected to go with a gap up open. Based on the previous levels and all, it is of course proved that the 23,700 as an interim behavior shift zone is being acted as an intact or a core support zone, as it has been already conceptually proved that closing above consecutively 2 or more days. Because of this particular behavior and the confirmation given on the chart, the Nifty probably with a buy and dip strategy will be attracting the buying and trying to move further down upwards in the way of attracting buying at every meaningful or even minor dips as well. Because of this kind of behavioral change and the developments we have been seeing on the chart of the Nifty, we can see the 24,000 as a positional way of approach, the 24,400 and 24,700 may be approached by the way of constructing the base, which is now above the interim shift zone of 23,700. As long as it is being held, the chances of reaching 24,400 and 24,700 will be increasingly getting higher. So in this manner, the positional traders may totally think about building longs, even though it is being risen like today's one with a gap up and all. It is not necessarily required to build this short immediately on a hasting basis with a hurry up basis, because you can apply the buy and dip strategy based on the retracement activities if you are seeing, and where you can additionally build the positions on the long side, or even fresh positions also can be created with the retracement activities and are clearly watched and catched. So in that manner, one can see the build-ups on long side will be increasingly going on, and achieving of 24,400 will not be a toughest one for the Nifty if the things and all as expected being maintained or being developed. Being maintained in the sense, at least it should hold the 23,700. Being developed in the sense, it should actually move or continuously or consistently move above or higher high kind of pattern should be witnessed. So that is what the strategy for Nifty on day trading and positional basis. After seeing the gap up open, do not enter or do not rush yourself into entering or building the long positions. Wait for the retracement, because the 23,900 is going to act as the important demand zone for the day particularly. This 23,900, in case if you are seeing on the chart, you can build as much as long positions there. But in case if you are not seeing, the Nifty is not coming below the point of 24,000 as a psychological support, there also one can moderately initiate building long positions. Anyhow, these 24,100 to 24,200 will be acting as the halting point or the resisting zone for the current behavior about the Nifty's one, where you can keep quiet without adding any long positions, or otherwise somewhat you can book the profits around the zone to enjoy the higher benefit of relieving the fundability as well as enjoying the retracement activities in terms of behavior. So that is what one can follow for the day trading practices, because there are plenty of opportunities being constructed for the day traders after the unusual volatility and a gap down, gap up kind of unusual behavior and all got now somewhat shaped well, and which is now respecting the technicals, not like before. That means not like in the month of March and the first week to second week of April. It is now somewhat doing good practices and doing good strategies for making a shaped and disciplined move on the markets. That's why we are suggesting all to concentrate on, even for the day trading activities, you can concentrate on building long positions. The risk appetite traders only can think about doing short positions or buying put options, that too around the 24,000, 24,100 and 24,200. Between these 100 points gaps, 3 times we have mentioned here, may be helping you all to build some short positions. But anyhow, you should not wait till it is reaching the major support of 23,900, because the 24,200 to 24,100 and 24,100 to 24,000 level, the maximum short positions might be covered is our prediction. You can follow the same. On the sector front, based on the earnings calendar and earnings announcements, and based on the demand for the all finance-oriented stocks, we are expecting the financial services as a NSE sectoral index could move the markets across the segments, right from large cap till the micro cap. That may be helping the bank stocks also to follow the same trend. So both these heavyweighted one can be focused for day trading opportunities. After that, sectors, particularly after finance and banks, one can follow defense. So defense one may be attracting some selling. That means the profit booking based or short builder based selling can be seen on the defense oriented stocks. That may be based not for suitable one on the day trading basis. It may be based on the positional one, which have been already built any long positions. Today, it may be a chance to book some profits, not to further accumulating or fresh creation of the longs are advised for defense oriented stocks. Then it is energy based on the crude oil's movement as well as the news based one, which includes GAIL, Hindustan Petroleum, like the companies and all, having some positive momentum over the announcements or news along with the technical behavior. Then you can focus on IT stocks. Particularly the season is going to be a bigger one for the IT companies. What we have been predicting for the recent 3 quarters on the earnings outcome side is now being extended for the 4th quarter, that is going to be released, even though the TCS and few companies have already announced under the IT sector. The majority of the IT sector, particularly large cap, giant companies and all, further to announce their result, where we are expecting a single digit growth as well as the guidance cut for the forthcoming quarters. Also, through that actions, if the companies as expected announced means, there will be a hard hit on the prices of the IT stocks. So, which is being advised that any higher positions, higher quantity based or lot based, if you are holding on the long side of the IT stocks, today is the best opportunity to reduce by the way of booking profits, or at least to reduce the size of the positions. Because of the results announcement, what we have been predicting, that I have already met the predictions for the recent 3 quarters. This is the 4th quarter, and overall the quarter for IT companies may not be having any fruitful one. That is why we are insisting this kind of things. Then the pharma sector oriented stocks can be watched out. And today, if the dips and are happening, where the pharma stocks will be utilizing the dips on the market, that means NIFTY, to enter into the press momentum with the movement of northward moving, where one can utilize the moment to build the long, in particular pharma stocks, not all the stocks. On the stocks, based on the news and technical behavior side, particularly the earnings season is now getting heated up. So the ICICI Prudential Life Insurance as well as ICICI Asset Management Company, both the companies have announced their results. So based on that, the movement can be expected. And Retail Corporation, based on the news, HG Infra based on news, LIC of India also based on the news, Hindustan Zinc, GAIL India also included in the news cadre of watch out list of stocks for the day that can be replaced by the day traders. Keeping stop loss is very must. Do not forget to apply stop loss strategies on all transactions. So that's it from today's discussion about pre-market outlook. We'll see the queries that have been asked until now. Okay. So here the feedback about the application services, what our esteemed clients and are using, having some issues like here the feedback received from Mr. Venkatesan sir. Sir, we are assuring, and from my part, I will be surely conveying the same, and will be trying to rectify the error what all the clients like you and are feeling and facing. So as soon as possible, it will be getting rectified. Will be specifically meet the superior person, and will try to resolve the issues totally and make you all feel a smoother flow of functionalities on the application side. So kindly bear with us until then. So we'll be really happy to receive this kind of feedback. And of course, you also given the positive feedback about your market strategy, everything is fine, but this application issue is the only concern. So we'll be definitely going to pitch this issue on the application side on behalf of you and all who are all facing. We hope it will be rectified as soon as possible, sir. Thank you for your feedback. The next query. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you again for your positive feedback on the support side, what the company is providing. Yeah, of course, really thankful for your supportive words and encouraging one, which will be definitely going to make us to fine tune in a higher manner to provide you the services. That means in the rendering way of supremacy we can maintain. So thanks again, Venkatesan sir. The query on silver now on next to 1 month is the outlook required for silver here. See the current structure about silver, whether it is international one or the M6 based one, which is now somewhat clearly got the track to move further higher. All the uncertainties across the global geopolitical and stock market oriented have been now somewhat settled and got some good shape about having a momentum which will be maximum, having a disciplined way of approaches. Like that, the silver also having some momentum with a highly fine-tuned and shaped manner of movements we can see on the chart hereafter. But anyhow, which is not a good one if you are having a chance for building long, means particularly the positional trades may be helping you, and the day traders may be having some risk about handling the silver and the gold prices or movements even here, because the gap up kind of open and the gap already not created, have not been filled yet. But the momentum getting shaped because of the disciplinity it is maintaining in the recent sessions, that is allowing the traders to build the long positions because of that higher demand created on the chart based on the consolidation and getting shaped kind of things. The gap up open happened today. One can have the 1 month of view as you asked about the query on the silver. With the positivity, the silver can be approached. It is now almost end for the higher range of selling side which have been faced by silver and gold in the recent sessions, that has come to end. So you can maintain 2,50,000 as the base support, higher base support that can be treated as long as it is holding 2,50,000 on the MCX crude, the MCX silver side. It should be prudent to attract buying or creating buying demand. There one can follow the same, and the lower base of support have been lying around 2 lakh. Yeah, the lower base of support is being lying around 2,45,000, 5,000 points of difference only for the 1 month of time period we have taken. So it would be better to maintain 2,45,000 as the biggest support point as well as the demand point. One can follow and get use of that zone if you are not participated in the current levels or waited for the dip and all happening. Like there you can utilize or participate for building the long, which means 2,45,000 zone. But if you are waiting, you may be missing the ongoing rally about the silver to reach 2,60,000 maximum. 2,60,000 immediate can be treated as 2,59,000, 20,000 points difference having. So that can be treated as an opportunity to build the long by the way of maintaining these levels we have discussed here. So that's it for silver. On 1 month perspective we have discussed. The next query on ICICI Prudential Life call option side, it is better to wait for the retracement after market opens as discussed for the NIFTY. So after the somewhat 30% from the high price, if it is getting corrected, that means 0.3%, 30% in the sense 0.3% or 30 basis points. So that can be utilized to enter into the long. Until other than, it is must applied a wait and watch formula to approach the result based stock, particularly the results announced by ICICI Prudential Life, which is not a bigger difference oriented announcement, which is somewhat better. That's what the results scorecard status we can convey with you all. And ICICI AMC, that is now being as an expensive stock price, that also to be weighted. Who are all waiting for the retracement, there you can get an opportunity, not immediately after the market opens, which is strictly not advised for today particularly. So thank you for your queries and thank you for your great feedback, sir. So we'll be surely pitching on it. As assured you, it will be rectified soon, sir. Thanks again. So thank you for participating in today's session. We'll be meeting again in tomorrow's one about the pre-market discussion. Until then, we wish you all to have a fabulous trading session. Bye-bye.